الحمد لله رب العالمين نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه الطيبين الطاهرين وعلى أزواجه أمهات المؤمنين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. My brothers and sisters in deen, I enjoin upon you and upon myself the fear of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala for being part of those who witnessed the last year, that is the Islamic calendar, that is year 1444 after Hijrah, and to be part of those witnessing the beginning of another Islamic calendar, that is 1445 after Hijrah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, as He usually reminds us, like in a verse of the Quran, He said, وَآتَاكُم مِّن كُلِّ مَا سَأَلْتُمُوهُ وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, He says, وَآتَاكُم مِّن كُلِّ مَا سَأَلْتُمُوهُ. He has given you all you ask for. Then He said, وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. If you are to count the bounties of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, you will not be able to cover them. So being part of, the previous year is a blessing, inshallah, to us, and being part of those witnessing the beginning of another year is another blessing as well. But as scholars always remind us, whatever opportunity Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala have given you, what makes it a blessing is you connecting that thing to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Checking yourself, asking yourself, how have you utilized that opportunity in obeying or in serving Allah, or in doing what is right and avoiding what is wrong? Because being part of last year alone is not what makes it a blessing for you, but rather how did you spend your life in the previous year. Same thing applicable to being part of the current year. Being part of those who witnessed the year alone doesn't make it a blessing to you. But what makes it a blessing is how did you take advantage of that opportunity. And we do remind ourselves that nothing means anything. Whatever comes your way, the meaning of it is determined by how you relate with it. Take, for example, what takes one to Jannah can take one to hell. Quran can take you to Jannah. Quran can take you to where? To hell. So what makes Quran to take you to Jannah is you living your life according to the teachings of the Quran. And if you read the Quran, you listen to the Quran, maybe you are one of the best reciter in the whole universe, and your life doesn't connect to the Quran, it takes you to where? To hell. That's why even Apostle said to us in a hadith that Al-Quran hujjatun laka aw alayk. He said to us that Quran is an evidence for you or evidence against you. So if it is evidence for you, it takes you to where? To Jannah. If it is evidence against you, it takes you to where? To hell. Or if you have a child, yes, you have a child. Because you have a child, Allah will give you Jannah because you have a child. No. But how do you relate with your child? How did you raise him? Did you raise him in a way that is desirable to Allah? Did you discharge your responsibility placed upon you by Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala in relation to that child? Or you neglect your responsibility? If you discharge your responsibility, the child leads you to where? Jannah. If you neglect your responsibility towards the child, it takes you to where? It takes you to hell. Or if you have wealth, yes, if you have money, fine, that's okay. But Jannah is not meant for the rich ones. Same way it's not meant for the poor ones. Hell is not meant for the rich ones. The hell is not meant for who? For the poor ones. So if Allah give you wealth and you utilize your wealth in a way that Allah wants, it takes you to where? It takes you to Jannah. If you utilize your wealth in a way that Allah doesn't want, it takes you to hell. So if you are poor, it doesn't make you to enter Jannah and it doesn't make you to enter hell. You see, if Allah, tests you with poverty, if you handle it in a way that is desirable to Allah, it becomes what? Jannah. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ فَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُم مُّصِيبَةٌ قَالُوا إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ أُولَٰئِكَ عَلَيْهِمْ صَلَوَاتٌ مِّن رَّبِّهِمْ وَرَحْمَةٌ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُهْتَدُونَ. And maybe if you are tested with poverty, because of that you go into money ritual, you go into Yahoo, and other things, other vices, and other for you to become rich at all costs, then it takes you to where? It takes you to hell. So it is not the poverty that drove you to hell, it is the way you manage that situation that drove you to hell. So in essence, we need to connect the opportunities or the periods we cross by, or that we will inshallah cross, to connect it to who? To Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. As a believer, the previous year is gone. You can bring it back. So what do you need to do? That's what Rasulullah said to us in a hadith that Al-Kayyis. He said the one who is wise is who? Man dana aw hasaba nafsa wa amila lima ba'da al-maut wal ajizu man atba'a nafsahu hawaha wa tamanna 'ala Allah al-amani. He said Al-Kayyis, the wise one, is who? Man dana aw hasaba, is the one who scrutinizes himself, who examines himself, wa amila lima ba'da al-maut, and works for what comes after death. Do we need to check how we lived our lives in the previous year? Did we live it in a way that is desirable to Allah? Or are there things we were not doing which is not, we were not doing that we're supposed to do? Or are there things we've done which are not supposed to be done? Or have we done what we're supposed to do? Or have we done up to expectation? You check yourself. Area you need to adjust, you adjust. As a mu'min, you are supposed to always make your life better every period. You should be better than who you were in the previous year. You're supposed to get closer to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala every period of your time. And if we want things to be better for us, if you assume or if you feel last year was okay, but not up to the level you want or you expected, or things were not okay in the previous year, and you want things to be okay, yeah, there's a way out for you. If things were not okay in the previous year, then that means there are ways we were living our lives that weren't okay. So if we want things to be okay for us this new year, then we need to what? Change our ways. Because it's a promise Allah have made. He said, Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim. Allah will not change the state of the people until they change their state themselves. If we want to have better security this year, then what do? We need to be better Muslims this year. And I do say to us, sometimes we may feel, okay, the government is responsible for what is happening. And I keep telling us, the government is not responsible. We are all collectively responsible. There are things that can work out even if the government did not do anything. If Muslims were real Muslims, living as Muslims, acting as Muslims, even if government asks you to do some things you will not do. Yes, even if government legalize it, you will not do. Why are you not doing? Because you are what? You are a Muslim. If government asks you to go and kill somebody, you will not kill. So you don't even need government to tell you not to kill somebody before you don't kill the person. If government asks you to kidnap somebody, you will not kidnap. So you don't need government to stop you from what? From kidnapping as a Muslim. Oh, if you talk about drugs, so even if government legalized drug, you are a Muslim. You will say, I won't take drug because Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala told me in the Quran that إِنَّ الْخَمْرَ وَالْمَيْسِرْ وَالْأَنصَابِ وَالْأَزْلَامِ رِجْسٌ مِّنْ عَمَلِ الشَّيْطَانِ فَاجْتَنِبُوهُ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ الشَّيْطَانُ أَنْ يُوقِعَ بَيْنَكُمُ الْعَدَاوَةَ وَالْبَغْضَاءَ فِي الْخَمْرِ وَالْمَيْسِرِ وَيَصُدَّكُمْ عَنْ ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ وَعَنِ الصَّلَاةِ فَهَلْ أَنْتُمْ مُنْتَهُونَ. So you are ultimately, you as a Muslim, your ultimate reason for doing good things and abstaining from bad things is because of Allah. You can challenge any government if the government challenge Allah. To you as a Muslim, Allah first, anybody what? Second. And if we see most of the things giving us problem are things Allah's already told you don't do them. So if Allah, and I do tell us from time to time, if Allah can stop people, which He can if He want by force. So if Allah did not, if you think Allah can stop some people from doing some things, then nobody can stop them. Anything Allah can stop, if you assume that, then nobody can stop it. So in the time of Sahabas, they were not better Muslims because they were forced to become better. They were better Muslims because they were willing to be what? Submissive to Allah. Because in the first place, when we talk about Islam, they say, La ikraha fi din. Yes, compulsion in what? In religion. So you don't force somebody to become a Muslim. So if somebody comes into Islam, he comes into Islam what? Willingly. It is a change Allah wants from inside, not from outside. The moment you see a society bad, that means their inside is already bad. And if the inside of the people is bad, there's nothing you can do to what? To make them good. The only way you can make them good is to what? To work on their inside. Just as said by, Jesus in the Bible, say what? By their fruits you shall what? You shall know them. So if people are bad inside, I usually tell us from time to time, the real you is the spiritual one, not the physical one. Real person is his soul. And that's why I do tell us, if somebody sitting next to you, the moment the soul is taken out of the person, the remaining thing is a trash. Yes. As I'm standing here, I'm giving you khutbah, you are listening to me. So the moment I fall down, some people at the front here will run outside. I'm guaranteeing you that. Some at the front will what? Run outside. People who will come and say, Imam, salamu alaikum, they will not want to touch Imam's body because Imam is what? Is gone. Is the what? Is the container that is down. And most of us are afraid of the container. Many of us can sleep with a corpse in the same room. It's the same person, you cannot sleep with that when you don't see the person. Now the person is on your bed, you can stay on that bed. Some people, a bed you put a corpse, they will never sleep on that bed for life. Because a dead person have what? Slept on it already. Same person you cannot eat when you can't see the person. Why? Because the soul is the real person. And that's why you need to take care of that spiritual. That's why the real you is your character. If your character, if you are dead character-wise, that's all you are what? You are gone. That's why you can sue somebody for defamation of what? Of character. Because if you are being assassinated character-wise, you've been totally what? Condemned. So we can better our society when we don't change our ways. I know the country is not occupied by Muslims alone. But wallahi, one thing I guarantee all of us, we the Muslims can change the country, not by force, by changing our ways. When you do what is good, people will like it. People will want to copy you. People will want to be like you. You can do da'wah better using your character than making so much noise. We make noise more than what? They say action speaks louder than what? Voice. Yes, you cannot say you are a Muslim. You are kidnapping somebody and you tell the person it is, and he will use your behavior and want to be a Muslim because he will say you are kidnappers. And he doesn't want to be a kidnapper because even if it is your Muslim brother you kidnap, that Muslim brother will not be happy with you. So, and you expect a non-Muslim to be happy with you? So you want to see a difference in your own community. You want to come to a country, a community that you say it is a Muslim community. You should be able to move on the road in the middle of the night without afraid of anybody, because he knows everybody is there to what? To protect him, not to harm him. So even the government will reduce the number of policemen, because when people don't kidnap, then the number of people you need to arrest criminals will what? You reduce. If people doesn't commit robbery, the amount the government will waste on what? On security will reduce. The money will be there to make the road. You cannot have road when you want government to budget for security. You cannot have water when you want government to budget for what? For security. Go and check in most countries and see. Most of their budget goes to what? Most goes to what? Security. Sometimes even the security, there is no limit. Sometimes you don't have full details of the budget for security. Go and check in most countries, even including our own. They can give you an information, but what they spend or what goes in there is far, far beyond the information you are having. Because there are information you don't hear. You don't hear that one. It's a quiet information. Abi? Sometimes they say security vote. Abi? How is it spent? Is a quiet, because there are some areas they are very dangerous. So if you play with those areas, so many things go wrong. And that's why that areas, the moment people mess up, then you also suffer. So if we want to have a better community, then we need to become better Muslims, inshallah, in this current year. And always remember, don't do your things for this life, is temporal. There's nothing you will do to live in this world forever. You are going. Yes, you will come maybe tomorrow, and maybe they will tell you, oh, Imam is gone. Maybe you ask, where is Imam? We didn't hear Imam for 2 days. Abi? They will say, Abi, Otilo Abi. كل نفس ذائقة الموت. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله العظيم الجليل لي ولكم سالم من كل ذنب وخطيئة فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. ما بعد عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عظيم. Indeed, this is a blessed month. A month we can, we are expected to do a lot of good deeds, and one of the things expected of us is fasting the day of Ashura, that is 10th day of this month. It is a day Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to see the goodness of Islam. Yes, people who were not living in our own time, people who were not living in our own prophet's time, Prophet Musa alayhi salam, the good thing Allah did for them, we were also what? Celebrating with them. We fast that day to show our own what? Happiness for Allah saving the Israelites on the 10th, because that was the same day Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala saved them, and then the people of Pharaoh were what? Destroyed. To show you how Allah disliked evil, and to show how Islam encourages good. So those things, it's not just about hearing them. We need to live them. If you want to benefit from them, it's living those lives. If you live the life of Fir'aun, you will go to the part of what? Fir'aun. If you live the life of Prophet Musa, you will go to where? The part of Prophet Musa. Prophet Musa fought evil, and Fir'aun did what? Encouraged evil. Fir'aun's lifestyle brings destruction, and Prophet Musa's lifestyle brings what? Safety and security. It brings happiness. And that is Islam. If we are to follow Islam, some of our troubles, a lot of our troubles, wallahi, they will be gone. If we follow Islam, an Igbo man will not fight a Yoruba man. A Yoruba man will not fight a Hausa man. Because if you follow Islam, we do tell ourselves, the Igbo man, the same blood flowing in the Igbo man is the same blood flowing in whose life? In Hausa man's life. In, a Yoruba man's life. You are the same human being. Yoruba man is not better than Hausa man. Hausa man is not better than Igbo man. Igbo man not better than... No tribe is better than the other, because all tribes originated from one person. That is who? Prophet Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. The day you think you are better than any human being, then we will ask you, is God your own father? Well, billah. Because he said, Lam yalid wa lam yulad. But if it is not God, which is not true, then it is Prophet Adam. And if it is Prophet Adam, then your blood, your lineage, and any other person is the same. It's the only thing is before you trace the person connected to you, maybe you go a bit far. Like now you say Prophet Muhammad, alayhi salatu wasalam, he is from through who? From Ismail. Prophet Jesus, Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, is through who? Prophet Ishaq. And all of them originated from one man. That is who? Prophet Ibrahim. So by the time you trace these two back, you will connect them to one man. And if you pick that one man, he goes to another one man. So you too, when you trace the Igbo man, the only thing, maybe another person, you will go 1,000 or 2,000 before you go and connect. But any human being you see, wallahi, you are connected. The only thing is another one 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 before you what? You all connect in the same house. And sometimes you fight somebody outside and you and him were close. I usually give some people a story. I met a sister somewhere. Yes, I saw her. I assume I'm talking to somebody from another tribe, not my own tribe. But after getting to our bus stop, then I and her figured out that we have the same grandfather. From outside, from another state, we're connecting, we're behaving as strangers. We only greeted. But when we all got to our destination, I stopped, she stopped. Then I was going, they were also coming behind me. That out of curiosity, I stopped and I asked her, where is she going? You know, there's a way you and somebody begin to move, you begin to become, curious about it. And I asked her, where is she going? Her own mother and my own maternal grandfather have same father, same mother. But when I saw her outside, I assume I was talking to what? A stranger. Somebody who is not from my own state at all, talk less of even my own compound. So today you go and kill somebody, is you and him are connected from father. Maybe his mother is from Igbo, and we have some of our brothers, some of the governors, some of the presidents, their wives is another tribe. Yes, you have Atiku, may Allah bless him. He is what? From Adamawa. His wife is what? Yoruba. So you have a Yoruba wife. So if you now see the son, you hit him and you say you are fighting a Yoruba man, you are also fighting an Adamawa man also. So brothers and sisters, indeed, we all need to come back to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. And there is nothing in this life, fi sabilillah. There is nothing inside. Wallahi, there is nothing inside. It is one who is not intelligent and think the world is a big deal. The world, there is nothing inside. You did not come to live inside. You only come to pass through, go to your house. But this is not your house. That's why we are told that kun fi dunya ka'annaka gharibun aw abiri sabil. Be in the world as what? كأنك غريب, as a stranger, أو عابر سبيل, as somebody crossing the road. And you come to the world, you are disturbing yourself, killing yourself, fighting yourself as if it's something you will own. Nobody owns it. It is not a place to stay. Finish fighting for the house, you will leave the house, you will vacate the house. Wallahi, you will vacate it. Kill somebody for the office, you will vacate the office. Kill somebody for the child, kill anything, you will leave it one day. Inna nahnu narithul arda wa man alayha wa ilayna. That's what Allah says. Inna nahnu narithul arda. We will inherit the earth. Because everybody will leave it. Wa man alayha. And whoever is on it, wa ilayna arjuna. Unto him is our return. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala make this year better for all of us. And whatever challenge we are having, yes, fuel increase, whatever, count them. Put your hope in Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Don't put your hope in any human being. One of the mistakes most of us make, yes, you see, you've been having change of government and you think somebody is the one who is solution. Allah is the solution. So pray for Allah to guide them. You put your hope in Allah. No matter how dangerous the situation is, if Allah wants to save you, He will save you. And Allah has given us example. Fir'aun was looking for who? Prophet Musa. And Allah took Prophet Musa to his house to raise him. Those are lessons. Those are lessons. So don't over disturb yourself about any human being. Don't over disturb yourself about any time. No matter how difficult any time tends to look, if it is your own time, you will make it. You will make it. But sometimes over disturbing yourself with those things makes you not to think of what you're supposed to think of, because you've preoccupied yourself with what you're not supposed to preoccupy yourself with. And anyone in power, pray for Allah to guide the person. We need to reduce cursing ourselves, abusing ourselves. Because, and I used to tell us something, if somebody is on a seat and you keep cursing the person, the meaning is this: you are saying Allah should take him out of his mercy, Shibi. So when Allah take him out of his mercy, he will become what? Evil. And so long as he sits on that seat, that evil, his evil act will touch you. So that's why don't wish people evil. Just like when you have your son, no matter how bad your child tends to look, pray for Allah to guide him. Because you curse him, he gets worse, and when he do something outside, they will still look for his father. So you are troubling who? You are troubling yourself somehow. So anyone on a seat, whether you like the person, you don't like the person, if you cannot remove the person, pray for Allah to guide the person. You are also saving yourself. I know it is not easy, but things doesn't have to go your way. Things doesn't have to go your way. The person who will take a decision and nobody can change it is only Allah. But Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala save our nation. May this year, inshallah, be better for us than the previous year. And then whatever mistake we've done in the previous year, may Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala forgive us. And then may we be better Muslims this year. And as we live, may Allah make us live as Muslims. And whenever we go back to Allah, may Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala take us back and say, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ اللَّهُمَّ يَسِّرْ لَنَا أُمُورَنَا وَاسْتُرْ عَوْرَاتَنَا وَآمِنْ رَوْعَاتَنَا وَتَوَفَّنَا الصَّالِحِينَ. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala guide our leaders. Whatever they will do to make the country better, may Allah make it easy for them. And what they will do that will harm the country or harm them, may Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala save them from it. And our means of livelihood, may Allah protect it for us. Where our blessing will be, whether we like it or not, may Allah take us there. And where we will go that will be harmful to us, may Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala save it from there. Our businesses, our work, our everything we do, may Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala put barakah into it for us. Means of wealth, means we expected, means we never expected, may Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala open for each and every one. Our children, may Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala guide them for us and make them better, so make them source of joy for us, inshallah, in this one here. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ عِبَادَ اللَّهِ قُومُوا إِلَى صَلَاتِكُمْ يَرْحَمُكُمُ اللَّهُ.